Hi, ECF. Hope you're doing well. And once again, we come to our study in Psalms. And so I hope you'll enjoy it. Today, I'm not going to go through all the Psalms. You probably or hopefully are around Psalm chapter 14 right now. If you're tracking with us, maybe you're a little bit ahead of that. But as we go through, I hope you're getting stuff about who God is and his character. But today, I want to look at how you can start reading the Psalms so it can best you apply it to your life, and also just as you apply it and speak to others. And so what we're going to do today is we're only going to go through one psalm. And I want to teach you a very basic method as you go through the Psalms. So what you're going to do first is you're first going to read the Bible text twice and try and read it in two different versions. And so let me read Psalm chapter 11, and let's see if we can get some ideas here. So Psalm 11 first in the English Standard Version. In the Lord I take refuge. How can you say to my soul, flee like a bird to your mountain? For behold, the wicked bend the bow. They have fitted their arrow to the string to shoot in the dark at the upright in heart. If the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes see, his eyelids test the children of man. The Lord tests the righteous, but his soul hates the wicked and the ones who love violence. Let him rain coals on the wicked. Fire and sulfur and a scorching wind shall be the portion of their cup. For the Lord is righteous. He loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold his face. So that's the English Standard Version. Now, I'm going to move to a different version. You can move to any one, but I'm going to go to what is called the Net Bible, the New English Translation Bible, which is actually free online. And I'm going to read from there. Same chapter, Psalm 11. In the Lord I have taken shelter. How can you say to me, flee to a mountain like a bird? For look, the wicked prepare their bows. They put their arrows on the strings to shoot in the darkness at the morally upright. When the foundations are destroyed, what can the godly accomplish? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes watch, his eyes examine all people. The Lord approves of the godly, but he hates the wicked and those who love to do violence. May the Lord rain down burning coals and brimstone on the wicked. A whirlwind is what they deserve. Certainly the Lord is just. He rewards godly deeds. The upright will experience his favor. So there we've read twice. Now the next thing you need to do is to retell it. Now when we say retell, all you're doing is you're trying to explain it once again. You're not trying to interpret. You're not trying to try and say what you think it says. You just, as best as you can possibly remember, say what you remember from Psalm 11. So we remember the idea that we should take refuge in the Lord. And that there's also this idea throughout the passage that the wicked come against the Lord, the wicked come against the righteous, the wicked try and make them flee and run away. But we also remember that our Lord is just, and our Lord sits in heaven, and his eyes see everything. And even as his eyes see everything, yes, he watching over the righteous, but he also sees what the wicked does, and he will bring justice upon them. And then even the passage uses harsh language of brimstone and sulfur, the idea that the wicked will be judged. And what we should remember from all of this is the idea that our God is just, our God is powerful, and we can take refuge in him. Now, I may have missed a few things in the retelling there, but this is the beauty of it, because then you go back and you look and you go, well, what did I forget? Well, maybe, I forgot there right at the end of the passage, the idea that he rewards godly deeds. That's something important to remember. Or maybe I forgot the idea that it's not just speaking about his throne in heaven, also speaks about his holy temple. Now, why it's important to go back and look is we see, we've missed a few things. The next thing you want to do is you just want to ask a few questions. The first question is, what does this passage tell us about God? And so as we look at it, it says a couple of things. It says that, our God sees everything. It says that our God is just. And it says our God will bring judgment upon the wicked. We can take hope in that, is the idea. But our God also gives us shelter. What does this passage then tell us about people? And not only just people outside in the world, but also us. Well, it tells us about people that there are wicked people out there. There are wicked people who will go against God. There are wicked people who will go against those who believe in God. But it also says that there are righteous people, and that those righteous people can find refuge in the Lord. The third thing that you want to do is, what is this passage then asking you to do? What should you apply to your life? Well, as I look at this passage, I think the two things that really jump out to me is, one, I can take refuge in the Lord. So even when things are difficult, even when I think about like all the difficulty in this world, I must remember I can take refuge in him. And partly the reason I can take refuge in him is because he is a just God. And the next thing that I should apply is that he rewards godly deeds. So I should go do good. The fourth thing that John remembers, who am I going to go tell this to? Who am I going to share this passage with? Because it shouldn't just stay with us. We should go say it to someone. And it's important not just to write I'm going to share this with people, but to be very specific. And so as I look at it right now, as I am serving some kids at a holiday club and things like that, I'm going to go share this with the leaders that are doing that at this holiday club at Bryanston. I hope you have specific people that you want to share this with. Maybe it's leaders, maybe it's the elders, maybe it's your family, but go share the passage. I hope that helps. Continue working through Psalms, continue working through, as I just said, the idea of reading twice, retelling, and then asking those questions, those 4 questions. What does this say about God? What does this say about people? What should I apply to my life, and who should I go tell? Have a wonderful week, ECF. Bye.